Top gun.
Hello all, Havoc here. Alright, so our last episode, we didn't get one yesterday, but yeah, our last episode we were working with Terrapin to dig a hole. He's dug it. We're all the way to the end, and right there. So, see there, we're there. We made it. So what I've been doing is getting some ballast because his rear wheels aren't touching. So by adding some ballast, we're getting more traction and stuff like that. So that's what I have been doing, just carving out some holes in here. So Jan asked, what's the PCU on our base? I hadn't even thought to look at that. So I truly appreciate you bringing that up. So let's go take a look. I have no idea what is bad. I've always just built to extremes. So, which is probably why my games always tend to lag out really bad. So I was climbing here, info. Our PCU is 42,697. So I don't know what's bad. I don't know what a base should be. And it's growing, which is probably a bad thing. Just why did the count go down? Are these two transport? No. What? 434. I think it's because it's welding down below. Can we clip? It wanted to for a fraction of a second there. Alright, so no clipping. So I guess we're going to have to segment the base a little bit. Kind of like how we did with this thing. Because this isn't even a part of the base. This is a standalone structure. I can do this kind of stuff like all over the place. Some magical shenanigans, and I kind of like that whole idea. So like we could cut right here and put some kind of seam or something across it that doesn't connect the two together. And same thing with this section. And it could be its own. I mean, because we have so much power going on, right? I mean, we have solar here. I could put wind turbines down the middle of this. So this can have its own power. This doesn't need power. This, it needs power. But it could tie into something. We could lift these off the ground. So this becomes its own thing. Basically make a bunch of subgrids out of our base. I think that would probably help tremendously. So Jan, I appreciate you bringing that up. I honestly had never thought of that. So like this could easily become its own grid, and that becomes a subgrid to the refinery. So like these would never touch each other. So that's something I have to work out in my head to start doing. I mean, some of it is not hard. I mean, we just literally cut this wall right here. And we just do some kind of shenanigans. Probably with like small block shenanigans or something like that. Something, we'll just put something here. Yeah. Never really thought of it. That's super important though. So yeah, we could take this wall out all the way across. Take this corner out that I just put in. And this could become its own grid like super quick, I think. Yeah, I never had thought of that. So I appreciate you bringing that up. So, and then Eddie's like, well, the hole's almost done. Time for Terrapin to see the light of day. Yeah and no. I don't plan on taking him to the surface and then digging on the lake. I actually plan on him digging to the lake from here. So we're looking at that direction. So literally just pointing him in that direction, setting his wheels on, you know, go, and setting him off. And then we just check in on him from time to time. If his battery dies, then we'll just throw some more power in it. And that's the plan with him. To help that, that's what I'm working on right now, actually. You see this nice camera angle we got, is see how far away the drills are. Let's turn our, because right now we cannot roll up that. So what we need to do is lower the suspension. So we're doing a standard drilling, not right-click drilling. Because right-click drilling digs, you see how the blocks have a gap? That's what a right-click drill is. So it's a hole. So if we let Terra go on his own, he'll end up drilling towards the earth, not towards the surface. We want him to drill flat. So what we need to do is work on... Oh, I went through and named all his wheels. Yeah. We had the group, but still. So we're going to start steadily changing. Let's go to stead -1. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. Oops. I see what I did there. Okay. And now I'm going to drill. You see that that's not shaving away the rocks right below the drill, and that's where we need to work on. So what we need to do is get our height set. Okay. Oh, that's promising. So that when we do this, change your camera angle a little bit, maybe. Getting close, that's for sure. Too much. Where are we going? Terra. There we go. Let's go to 0. Oh, they're moving. That's a sign. All right. Just turn our drill or brakes off. Let's creep forward a little bit. See what happens. Oh, we're slamming on that left side over there. Let's get out of that. So when I went through and renamed all the wheels, I also got all the, oh yeah, see, look at that. That's much better. We're still not there. We want it to be a smooth surface, smooth transition. Because even still, like right now, he's going to transition towards the surface, and we don't want that. We want smooth, steady, flat. But I got all his wheels turning the correct direction. I changed steering ratios so they're not colliding with each other, so we can turn steadily now. That helped a lot. The reason we're bouncing is because it's welding underneath this. Let's see, height offset. Let's go to 0.25. Oh, that was a huge jump. That's the strength of the wheels plus our the amount of weight we have. So that's what gives us that bounce. I mean, we're getting really close, guys. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so back to the PCU thing. If you guys know what a, like... Yeah, we need to move over. What a max limit on PCU should be for, like, a large grid and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments. Because I really don't. Ah! Austin powered ourselves up against this ledge. Doesn't help this thing is gargantuan. .19 turns and stuff. Should be able to clear it now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, back to the front. Whoa, too much. Too much front. Too much front. There. Almost. Oh, we almost had it. Yeah, there we go. No. This view brought to you by Useless. Alright, there we go. That'll work. So what we would like to see is just have the corner of that block appear. So we need to come down ever so little bit. So we're at like 0.35 right now. Let's turn our brakes on. Okay. We are at, yeah, 3.5. So let's go to... Almost. So let's go to 0.4. Go a little bit over. Oh, there we go. I think that's the stuff right there. So in theory, it's still a little on the high side. He's going to have to go so slow. Either that or we fill these drills in. There has to be a drill in every single spot, or we're going to have to go super, super, super slow. Because we're leaving a groove. See, unless we come back, we can clean it up. Or we go super smooth. Super smooth and super slow. Let's see if we can get another angle here. Yes, if we just power through this, it's not going to look good. We're going to have to swap those out for drills. Well, that's no fun. Yeah, see. At least around the edges. It looks like the center's cleaning up okay. But the edges are definitely going to have a drill at each location, which means our cockpit is going to be kind of wonky. We got those lights in there. That's going to look weird. It just seems like it's just going to be the edges that are going to need it. So, yeah, because there's, oh, I see. Okay. So what's happening is this one's taking a bite out of it, this one's taking a bite out of it, and that one's taking a bite out of it. With the center, with the edges, we are only having 3. So this section is not getting that bite taken out. That makes more sense. Where we had the wheels, we would have been fine, but we would have colliding like right here where the suspension is, where our cockpit is. Yeah, so that wouldn't have worked. And the same thing with the top, right? Because we went close. Yeah, see, if we would have went 1 block shorter on the top, we wouldn't have had to care. But alas, design flaw. Like that would probably work. But it's just easier to do that. Especially because I'm trying to automate this. I want this guy to just go dig a hole, and we check back in like 2 days and see what he's done. So what I plan on doing with him is plugging him into the base, filling up his batteries, and then letting him go. Because like right now his batteries are all at like one tick. Yeah. But while we set him off to go on his little adventure, we can continue working on what we got going on here. So, like the door and our future spacecraft are all going to launch from here. And are we good? No, one more. Come on, Bob, help me out here, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, wrong one. Okay. So the entire exterior is now solid drills. The interior is every other. Our cockpit is now useless. Where is it? Here it is. We can still get into it. That's important. Yeah, it's pretty useless. We might have to adjust height now because we just added all that weight. So on the plus side, we have plenty of ballast now. Lots of iron. Look at that. 355,000 cobalt. Wow. That's a lot. 6.7 million stone, not counting what's in random other places. But stone is going to be ejected on this guy. So that has to get set up as well. Oh, it put us inside because it couldn't let us out the other way. That's really convenient. So I'm going to bring in Bro. He's going to dig out the surface connection because he can. It'll basically be a single pass at about this altitude with a right click, and it should break the surface. And I'm thinking for doing that, I'm going to do it from up here. I'm going to turn all this to the reclaim color for Bob, have him grind all this out. And then once he does that, then I will dig down with Bro. And now that way we'll have an accurate size hole. It doesn't look too wonky from the surface. So, but yeah, so I'm going to try to get as much of Terra set up as possible, so maybe we can send him on his mission in the next episode or two. So, the hole's still going down below. Again, don't really want to show you guys, because that'd be cheating. Where are we at? We are at... So, what I'm doing right now is doing the second pass for down. Once this reaches 10, then we're going to be going out again. So I'm doing like a 2-pass thing. It's kind of hard to explain. Once we finish this, get this to 10 and start going, we'll go down and show you what we got going on there. But I was just down there a little bit ago, and it's looking pretty epic. Also, remember we were talking about the PCU thing earlier. This is easy to segregate also. This and this don't have to be connected. This is already fundamentally just like solid. See, it's like planted. So we could, in theory, wait, come over here. Derp. Let's check this out. Okay, info. PCUs is 42,696. Hasn't changed. So if we take and cut this off, it should go down, right? We have too many parts. Let's do something about that. Bob will take care of it. So now those are two separate things. So come over here. 42,696, right? It's recalculating it probably. Oh no, so we went down to 40,969. So just shy of 2,000 PCU by cutting just this off. So if we did that on the surface, that'd be another 2,000 and yada yada yada. So we can do something about this. I don't know what. I'll figure something out. But we just have to jump everywhere. Maybe I could put, like I said, a weird subgrid that doesn't connect but does connect. Allows us to walk seamlessly, but it's not connecting these two together, kind of thing. So we're gonna wrap up here. I appreciate you guys coming out. We hit as of this episode 650 subscribers, and it's because you guys hitting that thumbs up button, the comments, all of it makes YouTube say, hey, this guy's active, let's send more traffic his way. And that's what I'm after. I want to get out to the masses, and I like building stuff and interacting with you guys. So keep those thumbs up, keep those thumbs. Words are hard. Keep the thumbs up and keep the comments coming. So as always, this is Havoc. Have fun and keep gaming.